What's going on YouTube? Cerberus here, bringing you another video. Today we're going to get a little beyond the Crypto 101 series. We're going to be moving on to a special request that was actually made. I've had a couple of friends come to me asking about mining. As a lot of you guys know, I'm into mining. I have been since around 2013. I actually got in for the Litecoin mining craze. I've been mining ever since, but I've gotten into ICOs and other more complicated things. With that said, I have recently built a very large and powerful mining rig. I'm currently mining Monero, and a lot of my friends want to get involved. So today, we're going to cover how to get into the basics of mining. This won't go very in-depth into setting up very complex miners. And one preface I do want to give, your income derived from mining is directly proportionate to the power of the computer that you're using to mine. You can mine on your average desktop, you can mine on a laptop, but keep in mind the returns will be lower than if you use a dedicated mining rig. With that said, let's get started. So if you're on the home page of my channel, on the right corner here, you'll see there's a small icon that says Join Minergate. Click on that. That'll take you to Minergate's homepage. Minergate is the software you'll be using. There are a lot of different types of mining software, lots of programs. Some of them are more in-depth and require programming knowledge. You have to be familiar with straight-in protocols, all sorts of complicated things. If you're like most users, you'd rather have something that's a graphic user interface, point and click, much more like Windows, much more user-friendly. That's what Minergate is. Now, to get started, you'll click up here on Sign Up. Here, you'll provide it with your email address. Pick out a password. Try to make it something secure. Try to make it something that you don't use in a lot of different places. Click I'm not a robot. Sign up, and you're signed up. It's pretty much that easy to sign up. Minergate makes it very user-friendly. Now from here, you have to pick the proper software. Depending on what operating system you're using, you can use for Windows, Mac, Ubuntu, Linux, or Fedora. I'm using Windows 10, so I'll be using Windows 7 or later. I do have a 64-bit operating system. You do need to look to see which one you have. If you're not familiar with how to do that, you can typically get to that by going to your system information. And you can see right here, system type. x64 based PC. Yours may say x32 based, in which case it's 32-bit. So you'll download that software. Depending on your internet speed, that may take a little while. Typically it's not that bad, it's a fairly small file. In my case, I already have it installed, but we'll go through it anyways. It'll come up for your screen showing this. Click Next. Read all the legalese in great detail like we all do before we click Agree. Click on Do Not Add Minergate to the system path. Next, this is just the start menu creation for the name. Click Install, and it's in. It's not a very large program, doesn't take long to install. The major part of the work is done as the calculations it's doing, not the program itself. Click Finish. Now as you can see, it brought it up, but it's already logged in because I have an account. So I'll log out, we'll log back in here. Now before I click to start mining, you'll have two modes. The first mode is going to be basic, which you'll see requires just an email address here. There's also extended mode. Extended mode requires your password. Now, what you can do with standard mode, this is meant more for if you're going to put the miner on a computer that's not in a secure location. It doesn't show your coin balances and doesn't allow account access. It just mines. This is good for on a laptop, some other computer used for casually mining, but not your primary rig. Extended mode gives you a full overview of your coin balances. So I'll log in first with the basic mode to give you an idea. Now, as you log in, you can see in my case, it's already set up with certain coins. These are the ones I primarily mine. To choose which coins you're mining, you click on View, and you tick or untick the box of those coins. For example, if I want to add Bitcoin Gold, click here, and Bitcoin Gold is added. Now what you're looking at here is actually your CPU core count. Depending how many cores your CPU has, you can choose how many you mine with. In my case, I have quite a few. I built this computer specifically for mining. Most computers you'll see less than 10. With that said, if you intend to use the computer while you're mining, you need to use probably no more than 75% of your total cores. So if you've got 10, use 7. The reason for that is if all the cores are occupied mining, then there's nothing left for you to use to actually use the computer. This means you'll get a lot of glitchiness, slowdowns, hang-ups, makes your computer very difficult to use. Now, that covers the CPU side, that central processing unit. GPU mining is on your graphics card. The graphics side of things, if you have one GPU, will only have a start and stop button, play or pause here. If you have multiple GPUs, you'd click here, and this sets your mining intensity per card. That way you could turn it all the way up for both. Now, to actually start mining, it's literally as simple as it looks. In this case, if I want to start mining Monero, I will choose my core count and click Start Mining. And it's running. It's really that easy to start mining. Now that it's mining, it's going to mine these coins directly into my Minergate wallet. So before we get over to the wallet, I'm going to log back out and I'll show you extended mode. So now we're in extended mode. As you can see here, it shows your coin balances. This is really something you'd want to keep relatively private. In this case, I've created a dummy account just so you can see everything, but this is what you'd run on a computer that you keep in a secure location. I typically run in extended mode because I want to see what my current mining reward is. To explain a few more things of what you're looking at here, the shares of good, bad, and last. The good shares are these. That's how many shares of computations you've submitted that the pool has accepted and is going to reward you for. Bad typically would be a transaction that's already been processed by another miner, or if you're pushing your computer too hard, the computations will be invalid and you get a lot of bad shares. Last is actually the time since your last share was submitted. So if we start mining here, you can see the hash rate will come up. This is calculated in hashes per second. That's meaning calculations per second. In this case, 54 per second. This is the difficulty that's been assigned to your computer based on the pool and how much processing power you have. The more power you have, the more difficult the pool will make your calculations to make it a fair distribution for the entire group of miners. Now, if we let this mine long enough, you'll see this would tick up to a certain amount of time instead of saying never. That's the time since the last share was submitted. This is your unconfirmed balance. Those are coins that you've mined. They will be yours, but that particular block of data needs to be finished and approved before you get credit. PPLNS. This stands for paid per last N shares, meaning number of shares. What this is effectively for the pool a round. So when you get into a round of mining, there's a certain amount of shares that's decided by the pool have to be submitted before that round closes. This may be 10,000 shares, it may be 10 million shares. You don't know. The reason for that is to stop people from jumping in and jumping out with mining power. If you do this per last number of shares and a miner jumps out before the round closes, they forfeit all of their rewards, and those are then redistributed amongst everybody else that did stay for the entire round. The other option for this would be PPS, which is paid per share, meaning you get a fixed number of coin per share you submit. I mine, as you can see, on all PPLNS. The reason for this is most of the time in most rounds, somebody jumps out. That means you can, in theory, get rewards greater than 100% of what you contributed. I usually average around 102 to 104%. Last but not least, this tab is merged mining. Certain coins run the same mining protocol as other coins. In this case, Monero matches Phantom Coin and Darknote. That means if you select one of those two coins here, you can simultaneously mine Monero and Darknote. For example, if I click Start, you now see the 1 on both of these. That indicates one miner is targeted at both of these coins. So as I mine this coin, I'll also get these coins. So we'll jump over to the Minergate homepage right quick. This will take us to the dashboard. I'm already logged in here. So from your dashboard, this shows your total account balance, everything you've mined that's currently still in the account. This shows everything you've mined for the life of the account. This also shows individual coin basis, which coins you're mining, what your total calculation rate is. So for example, we'll go to Monero since I demonstrated that. This shows me on this account, how much my hash rate is per second, the status of my miner, and all of my coin information. You can see here that little bit of time I already had 2 good shares. This also shows the total pool calculation and the total network for that coin's computational power, as well as the top 5 users, which almost none of us will be in because these numbers are probably somebody with a warehouse full of mining equipment. Once you've gotten your miner up and running, which again is that hard, what you can do, and once you've actually got a coin balance, you can come over here to withdraw, and you will then send those coins out to your actual wallet of that coin. My recommendation is don't keep your coins in Minergate's wallet. It's nothing against Minergate, but you want them in your wallet. You control the keys, you control the wallet. If anyone gets hacked, such as Minergate, whatever's in their wallet is gone. If you want a reference case, nicehash.com is another mining pool, just got hacked last week, 65 million in Bitcoin gone. If you hold it in your wallet, you wouldn't have been a victim for that. So, jumping back over to the software, what you'll see here is also called the Smart Miner. The Smart Miner effectively is an automated mining algorithm that'll retarget whatever the most profitable coin is in that time span. I believe it goes by 1 hour. This can jump around quite a bit. It may be mining Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then jump down to Monero, whatever's the most profitable. A lot of people do use this. I personally don't. I want specific coins and I hold those coins. The other pool up here, this gives you the option to add in coins that are not normally mined by Minergate. As you can see here, I've added in Electronium. That allows me to mine Electronium through Minergate. If you guys are curious on how to set that up, leave that in the comments below. I'll do a very quick tutorial on how to add in other mining pools. Do bear in mind, they have to be coins that run on the CryptoNote protocol, as it says right here. Benchmarking, this basically will give you a quick overview of the computational power of your computer. I recommend you run it just to give yourself an idea of where you stack up against the rest of the miners, but if you're using an average computer, don't expect a very high score. Back over to the wallet, you can also withdraw your coins directly from the actual interface itself. For example, you can come down to Monero, you can click withdraw. You'll choose the amount of Monero you want to withdraw. Copy your wallet address from your Monero wallet into here, enter your password, and withdraw. Makes it very straightforward and very easy. The software is very user-friendly, and they do make updates pretty regularly to make sure they patch any bugs out of it. Well, that pretty much covers it, guys. If you have any questions on anything I haven't covered in this video, please do leave them below. If there's anything specific you'd like to see a video on, please leave that below as well, and I'll be happy to support that request. See you in the next video.